now, because I'm very excited to see these two battles. We saw Jengineer take out Rise to occasion, a North American and his team. His team is quite meta, as we saw earlier. No real surprises here, not in the movesets as well. Yes, that Moonblast, Cresselia. I think most
the matchups that are bad for you, except for Poliwrath, you have like neutral icy wins.
Absolutely. Now that Moonblast, Leo, it's going to be very useful here. Because we see a Gust Lord, but it's going to be tough to have been using indeed. However, Zzweious is going for that Shadow Abomination here. You see again those achievements from Zzweious here in the 2024 season. He indeed was the special event champion, and then he got to top 8 in Dortmund in his home country as well.
Yeah, that Jengineer is for sure going to bring that Whiscash somewhere he does not. He's going very weak to Talonflame, and he's already seeing Talonflame in the lead with the Gligar, which is maybe even the best matchup he has.
Yeah. Is this an XXL Gligar here, Leo? It looks pretty big.
Oh, it's huge, right?
It's huge, actually, yeah. This is a pretty favorable matchup for the Talonflame, just because after one Flame Charge, your Incinerate damage will be doing so much here, but Gligar will be able to fight back here pretty comfortably as well.
You can already see that the wing attacks do add up. We're at about 75% HP on the Talonflame, maybe 65. I'm bad with math, but we're going to see some more wing attacks. We're going to go for another aerial ace, so we are slightly outpacing here. Talonflame will have to give up another shield.
Using 2 shields here, keep preserving that Talonflame, and then go for another Incinerate. Optimal timing from Zzweious here. I don't think that an aerial ace will quite knock out yet, but I don't know if Jengineer will decide. Yes, he does shield this. He wants to get his aerial ace off, but he can only do 1 wing attack here, and he does. Does this knock out Leo?
Oh, this is going to be really, really close. The Shadow Gligar deals a heavy amount of damage with aerial ace against something that is not so frail, and it barely hangs on. But is this even enough to do anything? Because Incinerate takes half an hour to register the damage.
Yeah, the Incinerate damage didn't even register on the Dugong. However, Zzweious does have the answer in the Annihilate, and then Charge Bug comes in. But Charge Bug is a problem here when shields are down, because Abomination does take super effective damage from... Oh my goodness, the catch on a discharge! This is resistant, Leo!
Oh, this is so good. And I was even coming up with a different plan to stay in that matchup. Throw a Shadow Ball and then try to go for an Energy Ball on the Dugong. But this is looking good. The only problem is that you can't really take an X-Scissor from the Charger Bug.
From this range, the X-Scissor, super effective, will definitely knock out. But the Annihilate still has so much energy as well. I think Zzweious is in such a good position. At this point, we even have... you can even knock it out without Night Slash.
That is true. I mean, Jengineer is very, very close to the next charge attack, so Zzweious will have a hard time countering down without taking more damage. So we're immediately going to throw a Night Slash. Night Slash is for sure going to knock out, and then we're in the end game. We're going to be Annihilate versus Dugong. Annihilate is a little bit chipped. Let's see about Dugong.
Yeah, and it has some energy as well, so does Dugong. But I believe that these trainers, yeah, he will get to the Shadow Ball before the first Ice Twist is launched, and that's devastating because you can't even debuff this Shadow Ball.
That is going to be huge, and of course the counters will add up as well. However, Dugong is a very bulky Pokemon, but it deals quite a big amount of damage to the Annihilate because it is so frail. The Drill Run is being charged up. This is going to be very close. This is going to deal. Annihilate is deep in the red, but the counters add up too fast.
Yeah, Annihilate takes this game for Zzweious. That is a 1-0 score. What a well-played game there from Zzweious. That discharge catch was so good, and I love that Jengineer at the very end threw a Drill Run instead of an Icy Wing. And the reason why...
For the Talonflame will always cause problems. Gligar was the best one. Oh, and we are going to go into the match quite soon.
No, this is the replay. This is the replay.
Oh.
There was the catch of the Charger Bug on that Abomasnow, right? The discharge there resisted, and I think that allowed Zzweious to win this battle, because otherwise he would have to take 2 X-Scissors, which you can't, because 1 X-Scissor already drops you so low, right?
Thank you so much for calling me out there. I thought we were already in the game. I was like, oh no. And we're going to go into the lead. It is Shadow Gligar versus Shadow Abomasnow. Zzweious must like that. There is space. Oh, we're switching out immediately, and it is Annihilate against the Dugong again. However, I think the Dugong got in 2 Ice Shards already, so that might change a little bit to the matchup.
Oh, I love this strategy from Jengineer, Leo. You see what he's doing? He's baiting out the Annihilate with the Dugong, so the Vigoroth in the back runs free. And Vigoroth with Rock Slide has so much play, right? If you can get a shield advantage, Vigoroth might be able to sweep this battle. Shadow Ball's coming through, but it's debuff. I don't think this will knock out, Leo.
Oh, but this Dugong is very, very low. This might get really close. It doesn't knock out the Dugong, you're absolutely right. But the counters do, and that's even better for Zzweious. There was no damage registered, and it is more energy. So are we going to get to the Shadow Ball? We're barely going to hang on with 1 HP.
1 HP getting to the Shadow Ball. This won't knock out the Glider just yet, but would deal a tremendous amount of damage. And letting it go, this lands, that does a lot of damage.
Wow, that is absolutely massive. That smells like a farm down on Abomasnow, if I'm not mistaken. And Abomasnow is going to maybe not be crucial. Wow.
Going into... Oh my goodness! Full Incinerate sticking through! That's a lot of energy and a lot of damage!
Wow, and we're actually going to no-shield this aerial ace, possibly fearing a Vigoroth right there in the back. And we're going to go immediately for the Flame Charge. Just 3 counters registered now. It is going to not deal damage. 1 damage through the shield, but the Incinerates will add up.
Yeah, you kind of need Talonflame to clean up this battle now, but Vigoroth paces so fast to its body slams. Can Talonflame clean this up for Zzweious, or is Jengineer's Vigoroth too strong here?
The Talonflame definitely needs those shields. The Abomasnow isn't as useful as you would think in that lead matchup because that Gligar has taken so much damage already. So the Abomasnow is just chilling there, standing by.
Yeah, however, if Gligar is able to get to an area ace on the Abomasnow, it will deal a lot of damage because Abomasnow is not exactly bulky. Going for another body slam on perfect timing here from Jengineer and putting up the last shield on the Talonflame.
Are we going to see a cheeky play from Jengineer, or is this just going to be a fly that connects? This fly is for sure going to take out the Vigoroth, and now it is Gligar against the world, and the world consists of an Ice type.
Yeah, it already has some energy, but 1 Incinerate will knock out this Gligar, and that takes game number 2 for Zzweious.
Zzweious actually sweeping right here. It is absolutely fantastic. We have a little bit of a discussion with the judge.
Between Jengineer and Zzweious here. We see here in game 1 when Zzweious made that incredible catch, keeping all that energy on the Annihilate and taking resisted damage on the Abomasnow.
Those games are always intense. If in the first matchup all the shields are used, it always comes down to catches. Like, it looks like you win with the alignment that you have, but there is always play in Pokemon.
Yeah, and here the Druron barely not doing enough damage, even though it does more damage than the Ice Wind. A very smart play from Jengineer, but it was barely not enough to take out the Annihilate there. So, yeah, and here we see in game number 2, where the Annihilate counted down the Dugong, in comes the Gligar. And look at the HP here. The Annihilate gets to the Shadow Ball at 1 HP. This was so decisive.
That was so huge, dealt so much damage on this Shadow Gligar. Shadow Gligar with energy advantage against the Abomasnow is not even bad in the zero shield scenarios.
Yeah, I think that Shadow Ball really was crucial because if it didn't have the damage, the Gligar would have been almost full health, right? And then the Gligar with that energy, if you swap your Abomasnow into that, you probably would have to shield immediately.